a shocking case of public apathy. A minor girl was assaulted in full public view in Madhya Pradesh's Alirajpur area. The minor was reportedly assaulted and kidnapped in front of a large crowd, but not one person came forward to help the girl. Instead, a few of them made a video of the entire incident. The kidnapped girl was later raped and dumped to fend for herself. Although the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government claims that women's security is the government's top priority, this incident is a big blot on the Madhya Pradesh government.
3 लोगों द्वारा जबरदस्ती ले जाया गया है, उसमें से एक व्यक्ति के द्वारा जो है उसके साथ बलात्कार किया गया। इस प्रकरण में पुलिस ने तत्काल जो है व्यक्ति की नियुक्ति वगैरह करवा के और उसमें अपराध पंजीबद्ध कर लिया है और हमारी टीम्स लगी हैं। शीघ्र ही 1 या 2 दिन के अंदर हम उनकी गिरफ्तारी कर लेंगे।
The big story that we are tracking for you from Madhya Pradesh, a shocking case of public apathy. You can see people filming the episode, you can see people standing by, but nobody really comes out to help this woman who was abducted and subsequently raped and thrown on the side of the road. I want to go across to Mohit Bhatt, my colleague joining us live on the broadcast, who's tracking all developments on this story. Mohit, it is completely shocking. I mean, one, of course, a huge embarrassment for the government that is going to be seeing elections very soon, and secondly, a huge embarrassment for us as a people. Nobody came out to help this minor who's being assaulted in full public view because the bystanders are just too busy standing by, watching this entire thing and filming it.
Well, in fact, it's a shocking and embarrassing incident where a girl was being pulled away. She was being carried away by 3 people over there, but people on the ground were making videos. They did not help her, and then it's a shocking case of public apathy. Now, we have seen in the past also such cases have come up where in the accident cases we have seen people making the video of the injured victims instead of taking them to the hospital, but this has crossed all the limits. Now, 3 people are abducting a girl, they are kidnapping a minor girl, but we see people over there taking videos. They are not trying to stop them, and this ensures that these 3 people are encouraged by this and they have kidnapped the girl. Now, it's a shocking case that has come from Madhya Pradesh, and as you were clearly saying, that in Madhya Pradesh, the Madhya Pradesh government says that they have the strictest of laws against any sexual crime against the minors, but then it has come, the shocking incident has emerged on the ground. It has rather exposed the whole situation in Madhya Pradesh, and also it has exposed we people as a society that we do not care that what exactly has happened. We are just taking the selfies, we are just enjoying the audio.
And
that
what
girl
does
was
this really
suffering.
say about us as a people? You know, Mohit, it does point to an extremely disturbing trend, because either you know, as human beings, you know, we are either we've completely lost our basic moral compass, duty, whatever you want to call it, or people are extremely fearful to intervene in situations like this because they fear that they will either be attacked or they will then get embroiled in, you know, in some kind of a police case or whatever. There has to be you know, an awareness that has to be generated, or assurances that have to be given to people that, look, if you engage in acts of basic human decency, nothing will happen to you, because this is what's lacking here, the basic human decency to help a woman in need.
Oh yes, and that is quite an issue, that people are not intervening in such incidents, but that people cannot, our society cannot garb and cannot rather hide behind this garb of saying that we do not want to we do not want to get in any police case, because a girl was being kidnapped by 3 people over there. They should have intervened. They should have got a hold of those people, yes, and should have called the police. Now, this is the basic thing that we as a society can do. We can help the people, we can help the girl, but that was not being done. Now, we have seen in the past also, we have seen that even children in an accident, who are involved in an accident, they are on the road, they are crying for help, they are in pool of blood, but instead of taking them to the hospital, or rather instead of calling an ambulance or the police, we see people taking videos, people taking selfies and sharing them on the WhatsApp and on other social media platforms, yes, just to garner likes. So this is a shocking and really pathetic trend that has emerged, and it exposes us as a society. And you know, there has been demand from various people that as well as these people should be tried who are making videos with all those who have committed crimes, because they are the ones who are on the ground. They should have stopped the crime. They did not do this, and they are equally responsible for the crime, and they are equal partners in the crime. Back to you.
Well, absolutely. They are equally responsible, and they have to be held equally responsible as well, because this is extremely shocking. And also, Mohit, I want to at this point in time ask you for the details of what exactly happened. We're reporting this, of course, from Alirajpur in Madhya Pradesh, where this minor was assaulted in full public view. The people who were standing by, watching, taking videos, nobody came to help. But what more is known about the assailants? Who were these assailants? Why did they abduct this girl? And what is her given health condition at this point in time? Where does the investigation stand? Take us through the details, Mohit, of this case.
Well, as of now, a case of sexual assault has been registered, and the girl was being forcibly carried away by these three men. She was being kidnapped by these three men. And what we are getting from our police sources, as per the initial investigation, is that a case of sexual assault has been registered, and police have made several teams to nab these accused. But then this incident has happened in a whole public view. You have the video proof after it. The people have made the videos. Now it's also incumbent upon the Madhya Pradesh police that they take swift action against these people, and these people should be behind bars as soon as possible, because they have molested a girl, they have kidnapped a girl in a full public view, and they cannot take time just to say that we are doing the investigation. They have to do this as soon as possible. And
well, an example, Mohit, and we've been saying this time and time again, every time we report on cases like this, that an example needs to be made of these cases, of these instances, in order to teach A, the perpetrators of these crimes a very strict lesson, and B, to embolden people to come out and act as basically decent human beings and help somebody who is in need in situations like this. This is, of course, the big learning from it. Stay on with us, Mohit. Our phone lines are open. We're taking your calls and opinions live. What are you making of this shocking story? Why is it that there is so much public apathy that is brewing? And I'm also told at this point that our first caller is joining us on the phone line, Mr. Gopal, joining us from Bangalore. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, there are criminals everywhere, not just Madhya Pradesh, all over India and around the world. But the problem is the police in India are mostly corrupt. They are not sensitive to the women, to anybody. And why the public are not intervening is because they will be in trouble. The police will harass the one who has gone for helping. They will harass the victim. They will harass the criminal. They just want to use their force and make money. The problem is the police are not efficient. If these culprits or the accused are worried that they will be caught, there will be less crime, and this can reduce. But that's not the case. They think they can go scot-free by doing anything in this country.
All right. One aspect of the story, of course, is the impunity with which crime against women continues to take place across the length and breadth of India. And the other absolutely shocking facet of this story is how there is complete apathy on the part of people who are watching this episode unfold, who are filming this entire episode unfold, but refuse to take action. I want to go back to Mohit at this point in time. Mohit, this minor girl was being dragged, she was being assaulted, she was subsequently, raped and then dumped on the side of a road. What more is known about the health condition of the girl at this point in time, and how really did, this case come to light?
Well, yes, as of now, what we are getting from our sources is that the condition of girl is quite stable. She has been taken to the hospital, and the police are waiting to get her statement recorded. And yes, police have identified the youth, and several teams have been formed to nab them. And police is also taking into consideration the videos which were being made by the people over there on the ground. But then, as you were clearly mentioning, that a message needs to be sent to these people.
Yes.
An example has to be set. Now, you remember when the Nirbhaya case happened, we saw that people were on the ground, or whole civil society was on the ground. They did not belong to any political parties, and we thought that it could change something. But 6 years down the line,
absolutely. But another shocking facet, Mohit, of that case also was the fact that nobody came to help this couple who was lying on the ground. If you remember and you recall the horrific details of that case as well, I want to, the reason that we've opened up our phone lines is to get in callers to help us understand why is it that people are afraid to help. Why is it that we lack the basic human decency to help somebody in need? One knows that there is a minor who's being assaulted in full public view. She's been dragged. She's probably going to be kidnapped. The worst possible fate and treatment is going to be meted out to her. Why are we as a people so scared to act and help other people? Our next caller, Ramesh, is on the line from Mumbai. Go ahead, sir.
I'm really shocked to see this video which you have shown on NewsX. It's a horrible scene, and the Chief Minister should instruct the police there in Alirajpur to at least take immediate action and arrest these persons who are just giving this sort of treatment to a girl in open.
Okay.
And the people are so foolish. They are not helping. But
well, absolutely. Absolutely. It is foolishness and at the same time some kind of fear perhaps that would explain why people would just not come out to help. Adwaita Kala joining us on the broadcast as well. Appreciate you speaking to us. How do you respond to this, and what would you attribute to this brewing public apathy that we're seeing across the length and breadth of India? We either have, people who want to take law into their own hands and lynch people to death, or we have people who are too busy, just observing what's going on around them, refusing to act and help a young girl in need.
See, the public nowadays, whether you talk about Delhi or in India, they are very insensitive to these kind of issues. They're not worried if somebody is dying or somebody is raped. So I don't think so. They are not sympathizing also with the small little girls also. So what exactly can I say? There is no fear of law and order situation in Delhi or all over India. So I think either the state government police or the CM should respond to all these things. There should be tight laws.
No, but Rachna Kalra, I want to ask you, a separate question. I want to ask you at this point, what would explain the public apathy? There is, of course, the culpability of, there is, of course, the culpability of the police, the onus on the state government, the buck stops with the chief minister. Asking questions of the establishment is, of course, something that we continue to do, but it is also time I observe this entire incident and refuse to help this little girl.
People are walking away from their responsibilities. They are aloofing themselves from all these things. So until unless we assure that we are responsible citizens of India,
yes,
we have to do something out of it. We have to clear my mind.
Barkat Rehan also joining us on the broadcast. Barkat Rehan, if I can ask you, where does our sense of patriotism and our sense of nationalism dissipate when instances like this happen? Why is it that people are so apathetic to the plight of this little girl who's being assaulted, dragged, kidnapped in full public view, but people are too scared to act? Have we lost our basic sense of human decency?
Actually, people are so terrified these days. They really don't want to help. They don't want to come inside because the law and order situation is really getting bad in our country. We need to check the rising cases in the pending cases in the courts are there, and there is no law and order. Nobody is getting justice at all in the country, and that is why people are in the denial mode to stand for anybody, might be it a girl or it a boy.
Yes.
They don't at all stand for anybody. They're least bothered. As a society, we are failing ourselves.
All right, you think as a society we completely fail ourselves every time we allow for an incident like this to take place. But I have to also ask you, a lot of times criminals, who are engaged in these kind of activities are emboldened because they know that people around are not going to react. They know that, you can in full public view, commit crimes like this, and you'll sort of get away with it. There is no fear.
Yeah, exactly. They know that they'll get away with it. That is why this crime rate is increasing in the country. And we have to watch it over. What is going exactly? Nobody is secure in the country. Everybody is having that terror that what will happen with me. And it can be today, it can be this girl. Tomorrow it will be somebody else. And it is going on. The chain is increasing day by day. Nobody, no cross and check, no balance, nothing in the society is going on, which is going to control.
How do you believe that a problem like this can be tackled? How do you believe that you know, as a country, we can instill confidence in the people to act in situations like this, you know, to report crime, you know, to help people in need? I mean, this is a whole new level of public apathy that we're exposing here on the broadcast today.
Yeah, I would only suggest there's a lot of things which can be done through education, which is must. In schools, we should introduce, the whole system should be changed. We should have sensitization of the gender, both genders, and they should be taught at the school level how to deal with.
We are going to have to leave it at that for the moment. It's a shocking story that we're tracking from Alirajpur in Madhya Pradesh, a story that we will continue to track. A big thank you.